It's a new day and time for another workout. Today I've just been sitting inside editing the vlogs from Daniel License, the trip there. So I haven't seen sunlight in a while, which meant that when I looked out, saw that it was this sunny, I just had to work out outside instead of going to the gym. Because at the end of the day, I think that's going to bring me more energy, have way more energized workout than just being inside the dark, even though that's some degree a vibe if you have good music. But I would choose the outdoor gym every single time if I could, as long as the weather is good enough. And now we're also moving towards the end of the summer, and here in Sweden it's gonna get pretty cold pretty damn quick. So I'm not gonna take this weather for granted. I'm gonna spend it outside if I can. So the plan for today is gonna be front lever session, starting off with front top lever holds. I did mention during my last training that I was gonna add progressive overload to some degree, and I think that's mainly gonna be for the Maltese, because the exercise I'm doing here, top front lever hold, is without any resistance band. So for that one, I can only increase my holds, but then that's again just going to failure, which I always do. So that's gonna be like to some degree, hopefully getting better like each week as I'm getting stronger. So that one is still gonna go to failure. And then the next one is the front lever pull-ups. Of course, there I'm using the band as well, but the reps are so few that if I were to add one more, the form would just be probably shit, and the percentage that I increase is so high. So I think I'm just gonna keep it pretty similar. Then maybe for the pull-ups, actually, I might add more than 40 kg, because that one, if we add, let's say 45 kg or something in the pull-ups, it's gonna be way less of a percentage in a jump. So that's gonna be good. But that's gonna be the plan. And then for tomorrow's session during the Maltese, at that one we can actually switch up and make slightly more progressive overload on everything I do. So let's get started. Now, since I'm not using any resistance band for a front lever touch, I can just have the bar right here. I don't necessarily need to be under the bar, since I don't need a band to be fastened anywhere. Which means that we can probably see my form slightly better, since we have no other bar in the way. Just have in mind though that the ground I'm on is slightly tilting downwards, which means that I'm not going to be horizontal to the ground. If I am, that means my feet are pointing a bit downwards compared to gravity. So they should be slightly more upwards compared to the actual ground, if that makes sense. But let's start off one set and just see how strong I am today. Not crazy strong, not crazy weak either. It was also the first set, so let's do the second one and then we can analyze. That's the word. Let's do another one. Last one wasn't actually that bad. It was pretty solid. So second one is always better, and the first one is solid, and this one might actually be really good. Not gonna jinx it though. Let's fucking get it. Felt solid, like the first few seconds, some good ass touch. Like I'm actually putting some pressure against the bar. Then my stamina is pretty low, so it's only for a few seconds, but still I'm pretty damn satisfied. Music will build up. Fucking best if you want to do statics hold. Mark my words. Wow. Pretty damn good. It feels nice. Not my strongest day, but I am fucking still holding it. Especially like the first few seconds, they feel damn good. Then of course I drop it to some degree, but I really need to tell myself from time to time like how much progress I get over time. So easy to just look like 2 weeks back or 1 week back, and sometimes if you do that, it almost looks like you're going backwards. Can definitely do, because it's gonna change a lot. But if you start to look at like 2 months back, that's when I actually started with this like heavyweight calisthenics series. Started training specifically top front lever hold and the Maltese, and fuck, there's a huge difference in only 2 months. So imagine me being consistent for 1 year, then we're really talking. So I can't look at just a few days or a few workouts back. It doesn't work like that. need to really look on the bigger picture. At that point, a lot of progress. A lot of fucking progress. But let's move on to some front leg pull-ups and see how they are holding up today. Alright, we got the thinnest band, probably helping me like 5-7 kg maximum at the bottom. Up here probably more towards like 4 kilograms. So not a lot of help. And the goal is going to be to do 3 solid ones. I will see if I have the strength today to do actually 4. If it's not too shitty form, I'll go for the 4th one. And then maximum hold. That usually I prefer actually dropping down when I feel like my form is dropping, and just hold. Drop down, correct the retraction, get the core in, and then just do a few more seconds in a good form. Let's do it. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. One more set. Let's get it. Oh, ooh. Heavy duty stuff, but feels like I'm getting stronger. Like this is at least not helping almost anything, and the reps are almost all to touch. The 2 first ones feel really good. 3rd one slightly struggling, and the 4th one of course is almost barely halfway, but we're getting there. Slow and steady wins the race. Last one. Woo. Oh. Fuck, that was worse than last ones. I do gotta tell you, like, Daniel just called me, Daniel Fleerfield, and we talked on the phone for like 10 minutes. And just me not being like active, taking too much of a rest affects a lot. So it's always like when I train, I try to always keep the heart rate a bit up. So not rest for more than like 5 minutes, because then I sort of get out of the feeling, if that makes sense. So now it's gonna take like 1 more set for me to get back in action in that mindset of just grinding. Just wanna let you guys know, resting too much ain't always the best thing to do. Next up, Victorian press ups. And for this one, I can actually have some progressive overload. I will add 2 more reps. Usually I do 10. Today we'll do 12 of them, which is a pretty solid jump. Of course, now my setup is slightly different, so I don't know if that's gonna make it harder or easier, but to some degree it should be roughly the same as usual. And then the only difference is gonna be the reps, which is 2 more, and that's 20% more compared to 10, which is pretty good. Let's do it. Holy fuck. That was actually pretty rough. It might be also that I'm leaning downwards due to the tilt of the ground, but whew, pretty hardcore. 2 more sets, should be doable. 1 more set. Ah, oh, fucking hell. Ah. think the metal parallettes, I do prefer them for the exercise because it's slightly too short to have like a solid firm surface. So my elbow is hitting the metal. It works, but I do prefer the metal parallettes for this specific exercise. Last set. Oh my fucking god. It feels good. It feels really good. And like when it comes to retraction, like it's so beneficial for both Victorian, of course, it's really simulating it, but also for my front lever. But now, since I'm always training the retraction every week, like day in, day out almost, it might be a little bit tired as well. But after probably one deload week, I'm really gonna feel the effect of me actually targeting this muscle as well, or this specific movement of the skills. So my retraction is probably gonna sort of do like, it's always with progressions, like it's a straight line, then you get some rest or you recover to your full potential, and boom, you actually feel the effect of everything you've been doing. And that's why I also like deload weeks, to have them constantly about every 5 weeks. Even if I'm feeling good, I always have them, so I can actually then just get the effect, keep moving, and constantly have these small sort of jumps. Because if I just keep on training, never getting enough rest really, I won't have the same effect, because I'm just tearing on my body without letting it recover fully. So that's why we're having deloads, and soon I'll probably feel the effects from doing all of these targeting exercises. Let's move on to some pull-ups. I studied 3 years mechanical engineering just to come up with this solution. If we put the pedals like this, we grab this big chunk of wood, and boom, we put it on. This is actually a really stable platform for my pull-ups. Especially if I do weighted, which I am gonna do, I do not want to jump. I want to be able to grab the bar. And then from here, should be all right. Solid build-up. So I'm taking what I got. I got 2 kettlebells. I also have this 10 kilogram weight. It adds up to be 42 kilograms, so that's pretty perfect, to be honest. It's 2 kilograms more than I usually have, and since I'm not like super strong today, I think that as a jump is pretty solid. Then when we're back in the gym for the next session, I can jump up to probably 45, the even plates in the gym. But this will do for now. Let's do 8 reps. Now where I want to hold it. I'm definitely gonna make the band way shorter. It was so long I couldn't like have the feet in a comfortable way, so the weights are just swinging. But I will fix it for the next set. Let's get it. It's also pretty nice. It's numbers on the belt or the band, so I always know which one to clip. Therefore I can always take it off between sets and then quickly just go in. Last time I had 12, it was a bit too low, but let's put it on 8. I think that's gonna be better for this one. Oh yeah, we're good. So one more. Way better. I think this setup I can actually squeeze the weights, have more control and controlling the momentum. Ah. Ooh. Fuck. That was heavy. I think that's gonna be it for today's training. In overall, it was pretty alright. It could have been worse, could have been better, but to be honest, I enjoyed it a lot. Just being outside. Now, the truth is also that I'm really high in motivation. I said it last training as well, but after my trip to Latvia, meet up with Daniel License and the whole team there, it just gave me a boost in energy, in like everything I do regarding work, but also when it comes to training, and really just feeling like, fuck, I want to push myself even harder, you know? And I think that's really valuable as well. For me, it was a bit like, now this whole summer has been some trips here and there, but a lot of just grinding, to be honest. And it works for a period of time, but we need to have a break and just go do something outside of our routines. Because after a while, even though routines are really efficient in getting shit done, it's also sort of a mental state you don't want to be in too long, because you're not pushing your limit that hard. You're just doing the same thing over and over again, even if it's productive stuff. So we need to do these small trips or go to events, meet people, do something out of the ordinary, get that motivation, use it to your daily life, get that boost, and push even harder. So it was really useful for me, and something I will definitely do more of in the future. These small trips to gain that extra motivation. But I will see you guys tomorrow for a Maltese session. Ciao! Boom, and just like that, we're in the gym. It is actually 9 o'clock in the evening, which is late. And trust me, I was considering not training today. I was fully booked. I had booked sort of a full day with a friend of mine that's going away to another place in Sweden to work. So it's a friend that I've been training with for 8 years now. And he's also been living in my town. We've been so fucking close friends for insane amount of time. So this was just one full day before he's going off. Of course, we're gonna see each other, but it's probably gonna take a few more months. So I was spending the whole day fishing. And then I got home about like 8:30, and I was considering like, fuck, I need to train today. And I told you guys that I'm gonna train, and here I am. Because here's the thing, I want to be the person where at any point where you're considering like, fuck, I don't have the motivation to train, or I don't feel like training, and then I'm gonna be that motherfucker that pops up in your feed and showing up. I'm gonna be in the gym, and you're gonna almost feel bad for not training when you see me showing up, even when it's shitty circumstances, even when I'm tired as fuck, even when I'm performing so fucking bad, I'm still showing up. And I wanna be that guy that just pops up in your feed when you're not feeling like it, telling you to actually show up, do your best. Of course, I'm not expecting a like crazy good workout, but I'm here gonna do my best. And I have some surprises for you today. I don't know why I haven't done this before, but I can connect to this sort of music in here. So from now on, maybe not from now on, but I will try today and see how it works. I will connect my copyright-free music. It's not gonna be the best bangers, but it's gonna be alright, to the sort of music system, so you can actually hear the music better as well while I'm doing the sets. I feel like it's gonna be more interactive, or because that's basically how I feel, and you're gonna really like feel it. You're gonna hear when I go into the drops and all of that. So it's sort of a different vibe. So I will try it out for today and just see how it plays out. So comment down below if you like this sort of style, or if I should just keep it to the sort of silence and you just hear me when I'm doing my sets. It depends. Comment what you like. But let's get started. It's Maltese on the schedule, so that's what we are gonna do. I also said I was gonna try it out, the Maltese, with this band, which is the 5 to 15 kilograms, instead of this one, that's the 10 to 30, which I've been using for a long time. So I will do as I say and give it a try with this one, and just see how the Maltese is. If I'm not getting more than, or if I can't get up to like 5 seconds at least, it's not gonna be worth it to do it with this one. But I would give it a solid fucking attempt. Probably 2 sets, because the first set is always a bit harsh and I can't really do any judgments on that one. But the second one, if that one's also shit, yeah, then we bring back the thicker band. Let's get the music rolling. Fuck. It's YouTube, so you can't close down the phone. I really hope there's not gonna be any ads in the middle of the session. Fuck. Let me do one more set with actually my normal grip from the beginning. I tried with that like pinky fingers over, not working too well. So I will try it behind like I always do and see if I can get slightly better hold. Because that one was like 2 shitty ones and yeah, not good. I'll do one more with this setup. Whoa, let's get it. Woo! Fucking good. That was some solid ass hold, considering this band barely is helping. Actually, let's just try out how many kilograms that's helping, because I think this is really gonna boost my motivation and just me knowing that I'm actually pretty damn close. Cause shit, that was definitely 5 seconds, I think. Or maybe I'm just counting super fast because I got excited. But let's see how much it is. Oh, it's less than 10. Maybe the 8 kilogram. All right, that is pretty same level. Of course, my hip is slightly wider, so it's stretching it out a bit. But probably like 8 to 9 kilograms of help. That is solid. That is pretty damn good. And also the fact that now the band is helping just in a straight line, it means that it's not helping me with lean, for example. So, and what I mean by that is that if the band, for example, would help me in this angle, so I'm further forward, this means that it's gonna pull me backwards as well, which means the pressure I need to push is gonna be reduced. And that is not good, because then it's really hard to say how much the band is helping, because it's helping you both reducing weight, but it's also helping you with the weight backwards. So I would say like now it's helping in the only upwards in the center of mass, which means that I still need to have the lean and that control in the shoulders. So it's really fucking good. It's really good. And I set the goal to be in the end of August to actually have the Maltese, it was 5 second hold, to actually have it counted. And I'm gonna still fucking aim for that. Now we aim high and then hopefully reach it. Still, two more weeks to go. So good potential. Heavy as fuck, but damn, it's good. I shake my Maltese, and of course there's always room for improvement. One thing mainly is that my legs are slightly too low. I think I'm lacking the core connection still a bit. Like I'm pretty strong in my shoulders. Potentially I could lean slightly more as well to get to make it easier for my hip. But to get my legs up, that's gonna be my next improvement for next sets I do. Not today though. Now I'm moving on to full planche holds. But next time I do it, I really focus on getting the legs up. I noticed that was my main problem as well when I did some attempts at Daniel license plays. I also always the legs. I don't know, I just don't have that connection or the knowledge. When I perform it, it just feels like they're up, but obviously they're not high enough. So there's always room for improvements. But let's move on to some straight bar full planche. And now I actually don't need to switch the band because we're using the same one. And it feels a bit lame if I can't hold the full planche that long now, because the Maltese is clearly way harder. So we should do a lot of seconds for the just normal hold. Let's do it. That's better. It's definitely a longer hold. Let's do another hold. The last one was actually pretty damn solid. I think it was up more towards 8 seconds, which is perfect. solid hold. Feels really solid. Also feels like I'm high up, which is damn good. Getting that protraction. For the final set, I'm gonna try to get the PPT a bit more. So really squeeze in and sort of like really think about the core, because that's something I'm lacking. It's now a bit upwards with my ass. And of course still a planche, but I want to have the good form, so squeeze in the core, so it's going to reduce some pressure on the shoulders long term, and we want to have it clean basically. So that's my main focus right now for this set, so have an extra eye on that. I also feel like my, energy is dropping. Like I was tired when I got here. I just tried to bump it up with all the music. I took some caffeine as well. And lasts for a while. I'm gonna try to keep it up for the last things we're doing as well. 2 more exercises, then we can get some rest. But 2 more, no time to rest right now. Next up, we got the straight arm raises. I usually do it with 20 kilograms in each arm. I switch it up right now to 22.5 kilograms. So slightly more than 10% increase. I'm gonna try to keep it to 10 reps as well. We'll see if it's doable. Today is not my best day to step up, but then again, I said I was gonna do it, so let's fucking give it a try at least. And that's what I'm gonna do. We'll see if I can do 10 reps. If I do it for the first set, I try it for the second one, and if I were to drop down in repetitions for the other ones, let's say I only get 8, that's still fine. It's a total volume increase, or a total intensity increase either way, so it's gonna be pretty good. But let's see, maybe I am able to do 3 sets, 10 reps with 22.5. That would be sick. That was actually pretty good. Like 10 reps, I did lose some protraction in the end, but fuck, that's nice. And it felt pretty alright on the arms as well. Now I've been doing this exercise for so long that my straight arm strength has always like improved in the same level. It's never been this like drastic jumps. I always increase with 2.5 kilograms, something like that, increase a few reps, so it's not these big jumps. So it always feels good. Ligaments, everything is fine. Now the limit is my shoulder strength, basically, which is perfect. That's what we always want. Push the muscles, nothing else. Let's do 2 more sets. And for all the newcomers to the channel, I just want to let you guys know that I have a lot of calisthenics programs, especially if you're just getting started with calisthenics. So we have pull-ups, we have muscle up, we have handstand push-ups, we have muscle building as well if you're just looking to build some foundational strength. I have all of that stored in one place, and that is the Imhauser Crew. It's also available to download as an app, so you can put up your phone in the middle of the gym, put on the sessions. It's video format as well, so it's super easy. I explain all the exercises for all the programs. You have it written down as well, so sets, reps, all of that. And you have so much more inside the Imhauser Crew as well. That is regarding all your training, routines, lifestyle, all of that, and constantly getting new stuff. So check out the Imhauser Crew if you're looking for some additional help and getting coached by me. Let's move on.
Fighting to prevent it's me, I've been
It's fucking good though. 9 reps, halfway between satisfied and perfect. Or to be honest, 9.5 reps, so that was solid. Last one before moving on to the dips. What I did right there is pretty stupid, like high chance of injury. So don't have the phone here because at that point I rather just want to drop it. But then I remember I have my phone. I don't want to crash it. But in that case, when we're holding here, just drop it, please. Don't do like I just did and put the phone somewhere else so you actually can drop the weights without crushing it. Next up we got the dips. I brought the 80 kg like I did before. We're gonna aim for 10 repetitions now. In the past I've done 8. It's pretty rough, but I think if I can keep the tempo up a bit, so time and attention is slightly less, I should be able to do 10. Even at 10 in the middle of the night. Let's get it. It was pretty hard to keep the tempo up, but we still managed to do 10, so I guess at the end of the day it's a win-win. The real question is if I can do it for 3 sets though. Let's get some rest and then do another one. For this one as well. It's time for the final set. If I don't make 10 reps, you can unsubscribe. But if I do make 10 reps, you have to subscribe. Because I'm fucking giving it my all. And I'm doing this for a good purpose to show you guys that you should always show up. So let's get it. And to some degree hope that I can do 10 reps. Let me just say this, it's been a while since I trained when it was this dark outside and having light coming from above, like the physique looks mad right now. I don't know, I'm getting a bit like ego boost as well, but I don't care. Like my physique is just popping right now in this light. So I thought I was gonna bring a set of just dumbbells, I'm gonna do a few curls, and I'm gonna show you like how much that or how much of a difference that makes. Just holding a few curls, doing them, holding, I get so much fucking pump in my upper body, it's crazy. And then we can do some flexing and then wrap it up. Okay, we got a weight, do a few reps, nothing crazy, doesn't need to be much, almost just holding them for me gets crazy physique. We're soon getting there. I hope I'm in focus as well. It's really hard for me to see on this distance. Just basically holding it makes my shoulders usually pop. Okay, we're done with them. Let's do the actual flex. If all of this is out of focus, I'm gonna be really mad. Guess I will know afterwards. This one. The back. Oh. Woo. And then, to be honest, like, I don't know why, but I just, when it comes to photos at least, I just like the casual one, where I'm just standing. I don't know, maybe my chest usually pops a bit more when I'm getting the pump, so for me, when I just stand like this, my chest usually pop more. When I'm flexing, you don't really see too much, and I don't know, therefore I just really like this standing one. Doesn't look so crazy aesthetic, but I don't know, something I just really prefer. Either way, this was pretty damn good workout, especially considering I was about to skip it, but then I remember people are counting on me to show up, and mark my word, I will do it, because consistency in the long run is gonna make all the difference. So therefore I'm here grinding. It is 10:30 right now, so I've been here for 1.5 hours, roughly 1:45, and in half an hour the gym is gonna put on the alarm, and that's not gonna be good. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. But it was one hell of a sesh, and I hope I at least made a few people go to the gym when you thought about skipping it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit like, subscribe, and choo-choo!